Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Well, there's a lot of questions that I have that's happening here, in terms of the recent killings of Republicans, and stuff like that. And I'm starting to think that there is something that more than meets the eye here than anything. And the media, of course, is mostly silent on this. I'm not really seeing anybody really going to bat an eye for it or really doing anything about it at all. And in fact, a lot of the people that would be talking about it is the White House, where it's ever being silent. But we're going to talk about it. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have this here: a second New Jersey Republican elected official shot and killed within a week. So yeah, it's not looking good here. Authorities have not identified a motive, but confirmed the victim was the intended target. So yeah, I'm going to post this video here, kind of show you guys what really going on, the true case, and then we'll go through these articles, and then a few other videos and articles to kind of showing what I kind of think that might be the perpetrator here is. Obviously, it's an assumption, but it's a pretty strong one. All right, guys.
Jersey.
This happened this morning in Somerset. Police say the victim was shot in the parking lot. CBS 2's Kevin Rincon live now with the latest. Kevin.
Maurice and Christine, at this hour is an ongoing homicide investigation. Police say 51-year-old Russell Heller was shot and killed. He's been a PSE&G worker for the last 11 years. His title most recently supervisor. Police say as he made his way to work this morning, he was gunned down next to his car. This PSE&G facility, the Central Division headquarters in Somerset, is a busy hub. But on Wednesday morning, activity was brought to a standstill following a shooting in the parking lot. The Franklin Township Police Department and Somerset County Prosecutor's Office found 51-year-old Russell Heller dead from a gunshot wound. From Chopper 2, you can see the widespread response. PSE&G calls the death of Heller heartbreaking and tragic, adding he will be sorely missed by all, and our thoughts are with his family at this difficult time. We watched as Heller's car was towed away. Meanwhile, the man prosecutors believe killed Heller has been identified as 58-year-old Gary Curtis, a former employee. He was found a mile away in this parking lot inside his SUV. He died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Investigators believe this was an isolated incident and that Heller was the intended target. For now, what's still unclear is what motivated this shooting, and we are told that police are asking anyone with information to reach out. We're live in Somerset. Kevin Rincon, CBS 2 News.
Okay, Kevin, thanks.
Yeah, so I don't know if they're ever going to actually reach that information because it might be so tight. But before I get into the nitty-gritty stuff and stuff like that and whatever, I'm going to go through this article, and then I'll go through read the one other article briefly, and then we'll show that, and I'll kind of wrap everything up for you guys. So, for the second time in only a week, a New Jersey Republican elected official has been shot and killed. Belford Borough Councilman Russell Heller was murdered by a co-worker on February 8th outside of a public service enterprise group facility where he worked as a distribution manager. Heller served as a borough councilman in Hunterdon County's community of Melford. He was first elected in 2017 and re-elected in 2020. His death comes just a week after New Jersey Councilwoman Eunice Dunford was shot to death in a vehicle outside of her home. The Somerset County prosecutor says Gary T. Curtis, the suspected gunman, approached Heller outside of his vehicle in the PSE&G parking lot and around 7 a.m., then shot Heller when he got out. Detectives traced Curtis' Mercedes-Benz to the Bridgewater train station several miles away, where authorities found Curtis dead from a self-inflicted gunshot, NBC for New York reported. Authorities have not yet determined a motive, but did say that Heller was the intended target. We are heartbroken at the tragic death of Russell Heller, senior distribution supervisor at PCSG. Russell was an admired employee and a supervisor with over 11 years of service with PSE&G. He will be sorely missed by all, and our thoughts with his family at this difficult time. PSAG said in a statement, "This event is tragic and disturbing, and we are offering support to our employees as they process this. We are cooperating with law enforcement with respect to their investigation. Questions about the investigation should be directed to law enforcement." New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy issued the following statement shortly after this incident early this morning. "A deadly shooting took place outside a PSAG facility in Franklin Township. Our thoughts and prayers are with Russell Heller's family and friends in the wake of this tragic act of gun violence." U.S. House Speaker Tom King posted a statement into his Facebook game page offering his condolences to the family and city. "I am shocked and saddened by the tragic murder of Milford Councilwoman Russell Heller," King wrote. "Russell was an outstanding public servant who proudly represented the river town he loved. My prayers are with his family and Milford community. Authorities have requested anyone with information related to the shooting to contact the Somerset County Prosecutor's Office, Major Crimes, blah, 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 the contacts." And then we also have this here, ladies and gentlemen, where we have vigil held for slain councilwoman as FBI joins hunt for her killer. Hundreds of people gathered Wednesday in Sayreville, New Jersey, to remember UNH's K. Down for the first ever black person elected into the small borough. And this is where it kind of gets me concerning into what's really going on here. And I'm not really going to read too much of this article, but I will post this actual thing here to where this woman has a lot of concerns and what's been going on throughout the media, and we can kind of protect why. So without further ado, take a look at this.
Your favorite community advocate. I just want to express my concerns about the news media. As you all know, maybe some of you may not know, but a councilwoman in New Jersey, a mom, a public servant, a woman of God, has been murdered, literally murdered in her car in front of her home. Car was shot up and everything. And you don't hear the White House talking about it. You don't hear the Congress members talking about it. You don't hear, the state elected officials talking about it. This is a black woman, a black conservative woman, a mother who pretty much dedicated her time serving the public, and she does it so passionately. Like, I followed her campaign, and I said, wow, this woman, she's amazing. This woman is just remarkable. She's a Republican, and I liked her agenda, and I strongly felt like she was leading the community in the right path. This woman's life was cut short abruptly, just like that, taken away from her. And it saddens me to see that the black community are so quiet about this. You guys are silent. Where's the outrage? Where is the shock? Where is the disappointment? Where's the hurt? This is somebody's mother, daughter, sister, cousin. Like, we need to do better. Because she's a Republican? Is that why the Democrats are so quiet about this situation? This was a murder. Show some human compassion. Very disappointed. And why hasn't the White House spoken up about this?
The woman makes some very strong and valid points, and I kind of want to explain to her exactly why. Black people, listen up, because this is something that pertains to you guys as well. You black people that want to vote and cater to the Democratic Party, this is the way they treat you, by the way. You are a means to an end to them. They only use the race card to use you and nothing else. They'll give you empty promises that want to help black people, but in all reality, they don't. Good example is, where is BLM's outrage to this young woman being killed? Now, granted, I will say the New York Times and a few other organizations have gone out and done some things as well. So I won't say that not all the organizations are doing this. In fact, I'll show you guys and show that that it's not necessarily wrong that they are doing this. So, for example, this is true. Some of these are 13 hours ago though as well. So they have been silent for quite a while. At least the New York Times is one of the bigger ones, and maybe not this one so much. But even still, the media was mostly quiet about this, and nobody on the Democratic side was talking about it at all. So that kind of brings a greater concern to me, because they don't seem to care as long as you're on their side, right? We've seen this time and time again, and I've shown pictures and stuff like to where if black people are not on the left side at all, they deem them to be racist. They use every single type of race name in the book against them if they don't cater to the left side of the aisle. And that has been proven time and time again. So when a black woman or anybody that is black tends to be Republican or not on their side, they don't even have to be Republican. They just don't have to agree with them. And then they are thrown under the bus. They're called every racist name in the book, and this is what the reality is. Young lady or woman, I would say, is that you may actually be older than me for all I know, but this is the way the Democrats treat black people. This is the way Democrats treat all ethnic people or anybody of race at all. And BLM, because BLM, you don't see them protesting in the streets over this woman being killed at all. Not in the slightest. It's only when black people do crimes and then this when they protest or do go into riots and stuff like that. That's the only time when they do it. But it's stuff like that. But when an innocent person, when they do know is not obviously not on their side or is what have you, they remain silent. Antifa remains silent. These are the type of people that we're dealing with. So black people, this is something that you need to wake up to. It's the reality that you have to face. Democrats don't care for you, and they're just using you. Same thing how they're just using the transgender people to move on, to gain power, be on into the movement, and stuff like that. That's the only reason why they're using these people. Same thing with the companies using Black History Month and all that other garbage. The only reason why they're using you is to gain profit and nothing else. They can care less about you. And this is where it brings down to my conclusion to where this may be something to where Republicans may be actually being hunted. But there is no legitimate proof on that. There's no information, and the FBI is compromised. So if the FBI is on it, they're not going to say who actually did it. They'll lie and say it says somebody else, or it wasn't politically motivated. But it may very well be politically motivated. It is in the same area as the other woman was killed, this man here. So you guys really leave comments down below and tell me what you guys think. What do you personally think that this may be the case? And let's have a discussion about it, because I think there's something nefarious going on here, and we need to get to the bottom of it, and I don't trust the FBI to bring out the information for us. Alright guys, that's it for the video. Like, subscribe, share. As always, take care.